Hello everyone, you're learning linguistics and literature with Imran. Today we will discuss a very important topic in the subject semantics, and that is degree of predicate. So a predicate can have 1 degree or it can have more than 1 degrees. How? Let's discuss it. First, we will define what is degree of predicate. The degree of a predicate is a number indicating the number of argument it is normally understood to have in a simple sentence. So sometimes in a simple sentence we may have 1 argument, or sometimes we may have more than 1 argument. Example: asleep is a predicate of degree 1, often called a one-place predicate, and love is a predicate of degree 2, is called a two-place predicate. For example, if I say that she is asleep, so asleep, it takes 1 argument. That's why it is called a predicate of degree 1, or it has 1 degree. So she is a referring expression, or it is an argument, and asleep is a predicate. Similarly, if we say love, right? So if a sentence and we say that she loves him, so love is a predicate and it will take 2 degree, right? It's a 2 degree predicate. I can't say that she loves. If I say she loves, so it requires another argument. So when a predicate has 2 arguments, we call it 2 degree or a two-place predicate. So when we say that she loves him, so she is 1 argument and him is another argument, right? Or she is 1 degree and him is another degree, right? So love will take 2 degree, or it will take 2 arguments, right? So we are analyzing a sentence again semantically, not traditional grammatical manner, right? Now with this practice, you will have a better understanding of degree of predicate. Are the following sentences acceptable? First, Thornberry sneeze. Is this sentence acceptable in English? Thornberry sneeze? Yes, it's acceptable. So if it is acceptable, then the predicate sneeze is 1 degree predicate, right? Or it is one-place predicate. And if we say Thornberry sneeze a handful of papers, is it possible? Is it acceptable? It's not acceptable. So because it is one-place predicate, or it is 1 degree predicate sneeze, that's why a 1 argument will be enough, and that is Thornberry. So it doesn't require a handful of paper, right? Now third sentence, Thornberry sneeze his wife a handful of paper. Is this sentence acceptable? Not at all. Again, sneeze is one-place predicate, right? So it doesn't require like other argument. So is a sneeze a one-place predicate? Yes. Sneeze is a one-place predicate. I say I sneezed, or you sneezed, or she sneezed. So sneeze is one-place predicate. Point number 3. Are the following sentences acceptable in normal usage? For example, if we say Martha hit, is it acceptable? What do you think? That is hit one-place predicate or two-place? Okay, let me give you second example. Martha hit the sideboard. Is it acceptable? What about third one? Martha hit George the sideboard. Is it acceptable? What about the fourth one? So is the hit one-place predicate? Not at all. If we say that Martha hit, so you are expecting that what does she hit, or what is she hitting? So hit is not one-place predicate, it is two-place predicate. If we say Martha hit the sideboard, right? So it is acceptable because hit requires 2 arguments. One is the sideboard and one is Martha. Third, Martha hit George the sideboard. Is it acceptable? Not acceptable, because hit doesn't take 3 degree, or hit doesn't take or hit is not a 3-place predicate, right? It's 2-place predicate. So is hit a 1-place predicate? Not at all. Hit is a 2-place predicate. Now point number 5. Is die a 1-place predicate when we say that he died or she died, right? So is come a 1-place predicate if we say that he came? Is it 1 place? Or is murder verb a 1-place predicate, right? That he is murder. What do you think? So the answer will be that die is 1-place predicate. We say that he died or he dies. It doesn't require another argument. And number 6, is come a 1-place predicate? Yes. Come is also a 1-place predicate. It doesn't require 2 arguments. So we say that he came. And what about the 7th number? Is murder verb a 1-place predicate? No, it's not at all. So murder is not 1-place predicate, because murder requires also other argument. When we say that he murdered him or you murdered him. So again, that murder requires at least 2 degree or 2 arguments. So sometime we may have a predicate, it will require 1 place, right? Or sometime we will have predicate that it will be a 2-place predicate. Or sometime we will have a predicate, it will be a 3-place predicate. So when a predicate requires 1 argument, it is 1 place. When a predicate requires 2 argument, 2 place. When a predicate requires 3 argument, is 3 place, right? So as sometime we have like in traditional grammar, sometime we have also subject and object, and sometimes object is not required. When we say he came, so object is not required. And when we say that he eats, so then subject is required, object is required, or we can say that another noun is required. So same is also in semantic, but in semantic we have arguments. So sometimes a predicate requires like 1 argument, and sometimes a predicate requires more than 1 argument. Technically we call it degree of predicates. Comment. A verb that is understood most naturally with just 2 arguments, one as its subject and one as its object, is 2-place predicate. So that is simple explanation. When a verb has also a subject and when a verb has also an object, we call such verb as 2-place predicate. Example. In Martha hit the parrot. So hit is a 2-place predicate. If we say that Martha hit, so you're waiting for that what is she hitting. So hit is a 2-place predicate, right? So it's a predicate. Now it has an argument Martha as subject and an argument the parrot as direct object. In traditional grammar we call subject and object, but in semantic analysis of a sentence we call both subject and object as arguments, right? Some more practice. Are the following sentences acceptable? Kate made. What do you think? Is this sentence acceptable? Kate made. And what about the second one? Kate made this toy. Some more practice. Are the following sentences acceptable? A. Kate made. Is this sentence acceptable in English? Not at all, because someone is expecting that what did she make? What about B? Kate made this toy guillotine. Is it acceptable? B number? Yes, it is acceptable when we say Kate made this toy guillotine. What about C? Kate made this toy guillotine his mother-in-law. Is it acceptable? Not at all, right? No, because make is a 2-place predicate, not a 3-place predicate. It's a 2-place predicate. Number 2. So is make a two-place predicate? Yes, it's a two-place predicate because it requires two arguments. Number 3, is murder a two-place predicate? Yes, it's a two-place predicate because it requires two arguments. Is C a two-place predicate? Yes, C is also a two-place predicate, right? So we say that I see him, or I see this book. So C is also a two-place predicate. Comment. Here are a few three-place predicates. The verb give is the best example. For example, if I say that I gave a gift to my friend. So here I is one argument, and a gift is another argument, and my friend is another argument. So give require three argument. So give is called a three-place argument, right? Practice. For each of the following sentences, say whether it seems somewhat elliptical, seem to omit something that one would normally expect to be mentioned. Some of these sentences are more acceptable than other. For example, if we say that Herod gave, is it acceptable? Yes, possible, right? So even that give is a three-place predicate, but sometimes it's possible to omit something from here. So it is possible. And Herod gave Salam. Is it acceptable? Again, yes, it is acceptable. So we can use two arguments also with gave. We can use also one argument with gave. And Herod gave a nice present. Is it acceptable? Yes. So one, and nice present two, and number 4. Herod gave Salome a nice present. Is it acceptable? Yes. So here we have one argument, two argument, and three argument. What about the last one? How many referring expressions are there in sentence 4? So we have one Herod, one referring expression, and Salome a second referring expression, and nice present, this is a third referring expression. So it means that sometime that a predicate which will be a three-place predicate, is it acceptable to omit one or two argument? Like here we omit two arguments, here we omit one, and also here we use three argument in the fourth sentence, right? Comment. We have concentrated so far on predicates that happen to be verbs. But predicates can also be adjectives, predicate can also be nouns, and predicate can also be prepositions. So recall example such as Cairo is in Africa. So Cairo is dusty. Cairo is a large city. In this example, in a preposition, dusty an adjective and city a noun. So it means that noun, adjective, and preposition can also be used as predicates, right? Or predicates. So in the case of prepositions, nouns, and adjectives, we can also talk of one, two, or three-place predicates. So far we were talking about predicates, and we focus on verbs. That verbs can have one argument, two argument, or three argument. Or a verb can be one place predicate, two place predicate, or three place predicate. We can also say that an adjective can be one place adjective, two place adjective, or three place adjective. Or like technically one place predicate, two place, or three place. Because adjectives, nouns, prepositions, and verbs or these all can be used as predicates. Let's see some example that how a preposition can be two-place preposition or two-place predicate, or how an adjective can be two-place adjective or two-place predicate. Practice. How many referring expressions are there in your marble is under my chair? So we have one referring expression, your marble, and we have another referring expression, my chair. So we have two referring expression in this sentence. Fine. And under is a predicate then. Number 2 is your marble is under acceptable in normal usage? Not at all, because after under we have to use another argument, right? So that's why it's not acceptable. We can't say your marble is under. So someone will expect that what is under, right? What comes after the preposition under? So this is not acceptable. Number 3, your marble is under my chair, the carpet acceptable? Not at all, because in normal usage we can't use two places after the preposition under. We use one place. So my chair is acceptable, but the carpet with the chair is not acceptable. So of what degree is the predicate under? So predicate under is a two-place predicate then, right? And how many places predicate is under? So under has 2 degree and it is a two-place predicate, right? Preposition under. Of what degree is the predicate near? Let's talk about near now. So near is a two-place predicate and it has 2 degrees. For example, if I say that you are near me, so you is one argument and me is another argument, right? Now is Dundee is between Aberdeen acceptable? Yes or no? Not at all. This sentence is not acceptable because between requires also another argument. So number 7, is Dundee is between Aberdeen and Edinburgh acceptable? Yes, it is acceptable, right? After between, when we have 2 arguments, Aberdeen and Edinburgh. Number 8, of what degree is the predicate between? The answer will be 3 because the preposition between requires 3 degree, or between is a 3-place predicate. For example, you can see here, one is here, we have Dundee, and another one is Aberdeen, and the third one is Edinburgh. So between is a 3-place predicate, right? Some more practice. We will now turn our attention to adjectives. How adjectives are used as predicates. So 1, how many referring expressions are there in Philip is handsome? So we have one referring expression and that is Philip. So here handsome is adjective and it is used as predicate. Number 2 is Philip is handsome, John not used when addressing John acceptable? So do we say Philip is handsome, John? Not at all. So this kind of sentence is not acceptable in English because handsome as a predicate is one-place predicate, right? Now, of what degree is the predicate handsome? So handsome is one-place predicate, right? It requires one argument. Number 4, of what degree is the predicate rotten? What do you think? So the answer will be 1 because rotten is also one-place predicate. We say it is rotten, right? So we use one argument with the adjective rotten. And our last example, of what degree is the predicate smelly? When we say that it is smelly. So what do you think? Yes, you're right. So smelly is also 1 degree predicate or one-place predicate because smelly requires one argument, right? So we talked about verb as predicate, we talk about prepositions as predicate, and we talk about adjectives as predicate. Some more practice, and now we will talk about nouns as predicates. So most nouns are one-place predicates, but a few nouns could be said to be inherently relational. So these are nouns such as father, son, brother, mother, daughter, and neighbor. So these are nouns which are called relational nouns. They show relationship between one person and another person. So does John is a brother seem someone, or yes or no? Yes, this sentence seems odd because in normal circumstances we use another argument because brother is a two-place predicate, right? So we say that John is a brother of Ahmad, of Ali, then that would be acceptable, right? So it seems odd, this sentence. Number 2, John is the brother of the mayor of Miami. Acceptable? Yes. Now it is acceptable because here we use how many degree? We use 2. Third, could brother be called as two-place predicate? Yes. So brother is a two-place predicate. And could sister be called a two-place predicate? Again, yes. Sister is also a two-place predicate. When we say Layla is the sister of Gulmakai. So you can see that we use with sister also two arguments, right? So it's also a two-place predicate, right? We say, or in other words, we say Layla is the sister of Ali. Then that would be acceptable. So then brother and sisters are two-place predicate. So thank you so much. It was all about degrees of predicate. Please don't forget to subscribe and like the channel, and please provide your valuables, suggestions and feedback. Thank you so much.